What's good with it, y'all? It's Coffee tapping back in, man. And the internet is just blowing up right now, running wild. The blogosphere is going crazy as everyone's talking about this scuffle, this physical altercation last night at the Grammys. Before we dive in any further, off the rip, we gotta say R.I.P. Takeoff. Such a just tragic, sad story, and it's all so much is transpiring right now. You know what I mean? But jump in the comments, guys, and let me know if you watched the Grammys, like just as a whole, not even just pertaining to this situation. Did you watch the Grammys? What's your thoughts? What did you like, dislike, etc.? But back to what we're talking about here. You know, we know prior to Takeoff being killed, the Migos had already went from a trio to a duo, you know, and some people say that was like they compare Cardi B to Yoko Ono breaking up the Beatles, you know, when her and Offset, I don't know, let me know if you agree with that narrative or not in the comments. But it's just wild, you know, he goes out, Quavo goes out and just has this very, very powerful performance, you know, honors his fallen brother Takeoff, as well as many other individuals were up on that screen and honored during the performance. Of course, DJ K-Slay, Coolio, Twitch, the DJ from the Ellen Show, you know, and many, many more. Rest in peace to them as well. But this source that's speaking out about this, you know, physical altercations, you know, he flat out said Offset wanted to be involved in this performance that Quavo did, and Quavo was like, "Fluck out of here, you ain't having no parts of this." And you know, reportedly Quavo is indeed the one who kicked things off and got physical first. You know what I mean? And it's just so wild to see the way things have played out with the Migos, all the massive success that they had when they jumped into the rap game, you know, blew up, problems among the group, the split, and then Takeoff being killed, which we're going to cover some stuff pertaining to Takeoff's death at the tail end of this video, so don't go nowhere. And just everything, it's an insane story, and it's just like, damn. You know, why does it always got to be such a sad story in hip hop? Like, I just hate to see this ish. You know what I mean? And something else I got to say, that's some real BS and flunkery going on right now. As we know, the internet is undefeated. Motherfuckers is always going to troll, even at the worst possible time. But there's cats posting old videos, right? Just for some attention. Like, get it together. Y'all lame as fuck for that. If you guys recall, there was like in like 2017, 18, 16, somewhere around that time frame. I'm sure y'all remember there was a viral scuffle that the Migos got in with a bodyguard or something like that. Motherfuckers is throwing that up and pretending that that was the fight last night. No, it's not. And of course, individuals are running wild with the crackpot conspiracies. You know, where Quavo's out there. Again, I thought this was a very powerful performance. Let me know if you thought so. He said he wants a time machine. He wish he could go back. He can't wait till he sees his bro in heaven. And motherfuckers is talking about the mask that he's wearing symbolizes some demonic-ish and sacrifice and all this with no basis or anything. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's surprising. We see this ish all the time in this blogosphere era. But it's just like, man, it's just lame, and the flunkery never ends. And it's just like, I don't know why I expect any different or whatever. But it's just like to troll in such a negative way at certain times, to me, is just downright evil at the end of the day. Y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think about this fight. Your thoughts about the performance and everything you see him holding up. The chain, Takeoff's chain and all that. I want to hear it about it all below in the comments. Y'all know that's what we do over here on J Coffee Talk. We talk it up with the people. So tap in. But we also got to talk about this.
Willie Bland, who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene. He stated that he seen the two males he had identified as Joshua and Watkins throughout the evening, that he had seen them with guns. He believed that Joshua said something and began pulling a gun, so he reached and punched him. He thought that males were about to try and rob Quavo.
Now we can just stop right there. And let me just explain that little piece how I feel about that bullshit. Now, clearly, this Bland dude and gave a police report that he seen these two guys with guns earlier. But these the same two guys that he decided he was gonna punch with his gun out and hit them with a gun. What do you think gonna happen? You know what I mean? You seen these niggas with guns and you gonna hit them?
Willie Bland believed it was probably Cameron Joshua shooting at him, so he began shooting at Cameron Joshua. Video showed that Joshua ran back inside the bowling alley, but there is no video evidence showing firing a gun.
Now, just this little piece of who he's saying, just when he put my son's name in his mouth.
From right here, a large black male with the victim's group later identified as Willie Bland is seen either striking or...
No. Let's go to part where he say who gave him a gun and all that kind of stuff.
But Willie Bland further stated he initially obtained the gun that he discharged from Jprince, who was hosting the group, including Willie, Takeoff, and Quavo, while they visited Houston. Willie stated that he had asked Jazz for a gun, and Jazz provided him with one that was in the truck.
Now listen at that. Now, Quavo, as I stated, is Jazz's brother. So of course, Jazz don't mind making sure, the homie got some heat, because we understand that what goes on, right? But now you got this clown, I don't know how it ended up in his hand, but it ended up in his hand. This clown is saying somebody want to rob him that gave him a gun. Why would you give a man a gun and try to rob him? You know what I mean? This shit just don't add up and make sense, man, is what I'm getting to. And I'm just trying to get people to realize how big a damn fool this dude here is. And now he ratting all over the place and ran back and, and bust shots and ran to the airport and ran his ass back immediately. You know what I mean? He didn't care nothing about the homie Takeoff. As soon as he done that, he went straight to the airport. These people, these same guys that he talking about, man, if any enemy would have came their direction, they'd have had some problems. But as you can see, this clown saw that and decided, I'm gonna try them two guns with my one. And then he tell a blatant lie about they getting ready to rob Quavo. And Lord knows if anybody, any of them people would have tried to rob or touch Quavo, it was going to be some real problems.
All right, y'all. So that is indeed Jprince, did this interview with $1 million worth of game. There's been a lot of clips of this interview going viral, running it up on social network and the blogosphere and whatnot. Now, I have not listened to this interview in whole. I plan on it. If you have, though, any intriguing stuff or thoughts that you want to share, please, once again, tap in below. But, it's no secret. Jprince, Jprince respect is right on his name, right? He's an individual highly respected in hip hop. But since Takeoff died in Houston, while with Jprince kids and, their affiliates and whatnot, Mob Ties rap a lot, etc. Like he was running with them. There's been a lot of questions, right? And a lot of individuals have lost respect for the Prince family. Let me know if you fall into that category. But what do you guys make of this? As this case is still playing out. But it's just wild. You hear him referring to someone as a clown. You know what I mean? That is Willie Bland, also known as MigoBands, who, from my understanding, was affiliated with the Migos and was there with him, was there with them, with Quavo and Takeoff. And, this case still an open case, investigation still going on and whatnot. It's just crazy to hear Jprince speak about it at length like this. And in my opinion, he's clearly trying to shift the way that the everyday individuals, public opinion, the court of public opinion, individuals like me and you look at this situation, But from my understanding, there was, through investigation, they have confirmed that 2 guns were fired, 9 rounds from a 40 caliber, a weapon firing 40 caliber bullets. Again, y'all, I'm no ballistics expert, no gun guy. And then also some 9mm casings as well. And Willie Bland tells the story. You heard what Jprince was talking about, that he saw some individuals plotting on Quavo. And he had been given a gun by Jprince, to just for security purposes, as they were there guests of Jprince, of the Prince family. And you heard it. He stalled off on someone, snuffed them, punched them, pow, bing, bang. You know what I mean? And all hell broke loose. And it's like, in my opinion, Jprince is clearly trying to say, this guy's a fool for doing this. The responsibility of what happened, of the shootings taking place and Takeoff losing his life, all fall on him, right? That's what this says to me when I hear this. You know what I mean? And it's like Jprince is making it sound like, there's no way that they would have let anything happen to Takeoff because that's their bro and Quavo. But something did happen. Someone lost their life, So Jprince is saying, hey, he's saying he was given a gun by one of my family members. And then another one of my family members or someone that was along with them, he had to protect Quavo and Takeoff from that individual, you know what I mean? And he's like making it sound like it's ludicrous for his affiliates to give, this MigoBands dude a gun for protection and to be, someone that they needed to protect the Migos from. And it's like, yo, reportedly there was 34 motherfuckers outside, right? And it says that it's been confirmed that the weapon that Willie Bland fired, the trajectory and all of it and whatnot, it is not consistent with the fatal wounds that Takeoff had, again, rest in peace, Takeoff. So more or less, this is coming from law enforcement where they're saying their investigation says Willie Bland is not the one who killed Takeoff, that it's the other shooter, Pat. You know what I mean? And like, it just seems wild to me that Jprince is acting like, yo, my people were there to protect Takeoff and Quavo, not like they would need to be protected from. Well, when there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers out there and your sons have a lot of individuals running with them, it's not out of the realm of possibility for one individual to say, yo, I got you. And then another individual who is in that whole entourage to be like, yo, fuck this motherfucker, I'm going to rob him. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy to me. I got to check this full interview out. But, there you have it. The Migos remaining living members, Offset and Quavo, fighting over a performance to honor Takeoff. Again, Quavo didn't want Takeoff to have no part, you know what I mean, of the performance. A very powerful performance, in my opinion. And then at the same time, Jprince doing this interview as the case is playing out, trying to shift the public opinion and whatnot. And when you sit back and look at it all, it's like, this is just terrible. All this just happened over a dice game, more or less. You know what I'm saying? So tap in, comment, let me know your thoughts across the board on everything we talked about. Let me know if y'all want to cover this in more detail. Thanks for watching. It's Coffee. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more content. And I'm gone, y'all. Peace.